Welcome back, Celestial Gang. Hierophant Joey here. I missed you guys. Welcome back to your YouTube Tuesday love reading. And last week we did Divine Masculine. This week we'll be doing Divine Feminine. Just giving everybody the little camera time, individually, just to be able to get more of the messages out for you guys. I appreciate you guys being here per usual. I feel like I haven't read for these guys in a long time. I don't know why it feels like that. Probably because I'm more connected with my Divine Feminine energy than my Divine Masculine. But that Divine Masculine reading last week was lit, right? So with that being said, collective, I do have downloads for you guys, and us being in Divine Masculine energy, because summer and spring are masculine energy. Ironically, your message has to do with Divine Masculine energy, and not in the way, shape, or form that you probably think, but I don't know, collective. It gets crazy out here. And I kind of want to give you guys these messages in these downloads. Sorry, I forgot to fix these off of the camera. But we're going to get into some things here. I hope everyone's doing fabulous and living the best version of their reality per usual. So, with that being said, we're going to go into the downloads and see what messages we have for you. Let's get into these downloads. Remember, collective, if you want a private reading or follow any of my other social medias, the links will be down in the description box right under this video. The private reading, YouTube, clearly we're on YouTube, Facebook, Patreon, TikTok will be all down in the description box. And you already know. I do drop zodiac signs on Patreon. So if you ever want to check your zodiac signs, they will be on Patreon. The link will also be down below. Other than that, I highly appreciate you guys being here. And remember, if you resonate with the content, just like the video, subscribe, and, just sit right in with the collective family of the Celestial Gang, okay? And enjoy the content and the messages. I feel like my mind is somewhere else today. It can also be that these hurts are a little bit too loud. Okay. So these downloads, collective. Go into my email. Divine Feminine. So Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine energy was that we stopped worshiping men to worship ourselves. And that's kind of like a problem within itself, collective, simply because both archetypal energies are equal and balanced out and in harmony. They're equal to each other. The fact that you stopped worshiping men and started just worshiping yourself How does that make you any different from when men were worshiping themselves and using everything around them as resources to make their existence better? Like when they used you to cook and clean and do this, and you're just good to have babies, and you stay in a woman's place and you shouldn't work and all this, right? You're just doing the same thing to worship yourself. Now you're all about getting the money and the stacks and the lace fronts and the lashes and the let me look cute and I can pay bills all by myself and all this and all of that. But then you want to go out there and date, but not sacrifice all the comforts you have given yourself. Yes, granted, you have given it to yourself, but then you are literally blocking out all these potentially good men simply because you feel like, I don't have to deal with this and I don't have to deal with that and all of this. And you're just acting just like the man. You're acting just like the man, collective. Which is really interesting. Suck my pussy this and do that or that, and where's the stacks at, and if you don't got money and if you don't got this and that together. And listen, because when y'all was first starting Divine Feminine 100 years ago, y'all couldn't work. Y'all didn't have jobs. Y'all didn't make any money. Y'all had to depend off of the man. Now all of a sudden y'all got your shit together. Y'all got money. Y'all got this. Y'all got that, and y'all treated the same. Y'all treating the men the same way that they were treating you. And you need to understand, that's like the black people turning around and doing the same shit to the white people that the white people did to them. It's gonna be an ongoing cycle. There has to be a balance or harmony or an instance in moment in time where this has to be harmonized. Nobody's better than anybody. And I kind of feel like this is why you have relationships out here where some of you are dealing with men who ain't doing shit for y'all, but y'all still giving them a roof over their head or doing this or doing that. Or a lot of you are just providing for yourself, but then mad because you can't attract a good man, but it's because you keep providing for yourself. If you really want a relationship, it's because you need a man to come and provide something for you that you can't provide for yourself. Collective. And that's to build something outside of yourself. Not to build you up. You already build yourself up, Divine Feminine. So why is it that like you have to be in control of, you know what? I'm just going to go into the fucking downloads. Some of you are going to say that you don't worship men. And if that's the case, it's because you are in your masculine energy. Some of you learn to worship self. Others of you are stuck in the paradigm of worshiping the very man that still hurt and dehumanized you, and it all stems from patriarchal religion. Men are mutations of women. Everything came from a woman. Most men that don't value the Divine Feminine are jealous of women. Some of you are in a relationship with people that are jealous of you, Divine Feminine. Another download. Listen, let's go back a little bit. For the ones that are going to say, I don't worship no man, that's because you worship yourself. And that don't make you any different from the man. Okay? For others of you, you learn to worship self. Right? And others of you are stuck in the paradigm of worshiping the very man that still hurt and dehumanized you, and it all stems from the patriarchal religion. This is for the women that are still dealing with men, baby daddies, relationships of the people that hurt you, broke you, lied to you, mistreat you. The only reason why you look up to this man and you can't get away from this man is because it's the indoctrination of religion. The only reason why the white man made God to be a man, as i.e. Jesus, was so you can worship the man. Oh, the scripture. Treat your man as you would treat the Lord. but then turn around in the same Bible and say, you can beat your wife, but not with the same stick that you beat your slave. Right? You need to start understanding, collective, that all of these things, and it's all indoctrination. It was to put fear into the woman, because the man knows that the woman is the walking God on this planet. They're the only ones that can bring life from the spiritual realm to the physical realm. Men don't do that. Men come from a woman. And men really don't, women really don't need men to get pregnant, but that's for another reading. Simply because a lot of you lost touch with Mother Earth and what your body technology can actually do, divine feminine. But back in the days, thousands of years ago, women were getting pregnant by themselves. What the fuck you thought the virgin birth was? Technology, artificial insemination, they just ain't know what the fuck to call it. But that fallen angel, Archangel Gabriel, coming to tell the Virgin Mary that she was going to be pregnant and be seeded by the Holy Spirit, yeah, that was artificial insemination. They took her egg and put a high vibrational being in there so he can come and teach the fucking gospel of the truth. Because everybody in that fucking generation was dumb. In fear. Because of the government and the fucking church. The same way that a lot of you, if you're not in fear under the patriarchal system, is because you have started worshiping yourself and started providing and protecting yourself. Yes, all of that granted, but then you ask yourself, why is it that I can't be in a relationship? Why is it that I sabotage my relationships? Why is it that it's hard for me to meet somebody that's on my level? And it's because your divine masculine and divine feminine are not in unison. You want to be able to just grab this energy and grab that energy when it benefits you, but not when it benefits the men outside of you. But I digress. Men are mutations of women. Everything came from a woman. Most men that don't value the divine feminine are jealous of women. Some of you are in relationships with people that are jealous of you, divine feminine. The other download is the menstrual cycle happens to you guys because women lost touch with the Mother Earth and a fruit-based diet, and more worried about lashes, cars, and stunting on men because of all the hurt and suppression they have caused to you during all of these decades. Y'all have become them now. And now they're becoming you. A lot of you are sabotaging your relationships and connections because you feel you don't have to submit to anything because you have worked so hard for your life and what you had to give to yourself despite of what men did to you and couldn't give to you. So what even is the point in the first place, right? If you're not willing to put pride to the side, to let your guard down and genuinely let someone in. Doesn't that sound like men? Because for some of you are either in these connections and partners and relationships with yourself where you don't allow yourself to get into a relationship or to love somebody in a relationship because you take care of yourself and you provide for yourself financially and you do everything for your fucking self, right? So it's constantly a gender war or struggle or war between you and this relationship, with this person, right? For others of you, it's the struggle with yourself that you don't allow yourself to get into a relationship because you feel like you work so hard for this self-love and all these finances that you give yourself. So when it's time for you to sacrifice and to give to a connection or a relationship or submit to a man, you feel like you don't have to. So you sabotage the connection in a relationship and put every excuse in the fucking world or in your reality of why you can't connect or why you can't be in a relationship with this person or why you can't do this and why you can't do that. And for others of you, you're in a relationship and don't allow yourself to be loved by men that actually want to love you because you're stuck in fear with the man that dehumanized you and hurt you. Because it's indoctrination of how you were told you have to be loyal to your Lord and your Master. Collective. In some fucking way, a lot of you are still worshiping men. whether it's through fear, ego, or the idolizing the way that they live with the money and the stacks and the cars, and let me get cute and bust down watch and get in the chains and the big gold earrings, and you're just acting like, man, you went from despising the way that they acted to actually acting like them. And then the ones that aren't started worshiping themselves. Sorry, the ones that are doing that are the ones that are worshiping themselves, and now they have become the men. And the ones that aren't worshiping and idolizing the lifestyle of the man is either in fear in a relationship and being too submissive to a man, and going back and forth with the baby daddy and the boyfriend and all this other shit, and I have to be submissive and be in a relationship, and I have a lot of you are just out of harmony. Okay, it's exhausting. A lot of you are sabotaging your relationships and connections because you feel you don't have to submit to anything because you have worked so hard for your life and self-love. So what is even the point in the first place of dating, collective? Or wanting to be in a relationship if you can't put your pride aside, right? And for the ones in relationships, there is a gender war of who provides for who and who does more and who's more tired and who's more this and who's more that. Listen, at the end of the day, a lot of you need to get it the fuck together. Because, listen, sugar plum, sugar fat, twinkle toes. I don't know what it is that you want. Y'all can't have it the way that y'all want it, but then want other things that entails for you to sacrifice certain things, but then you don't want to sacrifice those certain things because it takes you out of your comfort zone. I don't understand what it is that you want. Divine Feminine. And I get it. I get why the generation is the way that it is. Some of you need to go read the 7 tablets of creation, the Enumi Elish. Go read that shit. Go see how powerful women were, but still were in unison with divine masculine energy and still played their part in their positions and where they had to be, and were still powerful and fighting in wars and shit, but was still in unison with the divine masculine energy. Y'all have forgotten divine masculine's place in your life and within yourself, and have forgotten the divine feminine's place in your life and within yourself. That just can't keep jumping to this one and that one and this one and that one when it benefits you. You need to be able to harmonize both of these energies within you and within your relationships and the people outside of you, collective, of the opposite sex. I don't know. We're going to go into prayer. Look at the bottom of the deck. Resistance. Because exactly what y'all doing is resisting the unison of both these energies and realizing that none of you are better than the other. Men are not better than women and women are better than men. Y'all both need each other to be able to create the fucking God consciousness. Whether you are the same sex or not. For instance, if you are two women that are together, there's always one woman that is more feminine than the other. So either way, you have to make those both archetypal energies come together into unison. If you are two men, there's always one more feminine than the other. So you still have to make those energies come into unison. But this reading is about divine feminine, and a lot of you need to understand that you're out here criticizing the men, but you have become them and they have become you. So y'all need to get it together. With that being said, yes, prayer. That is the sun, and sun is me. It is the one, and it is thee. The one who provided us with life and light. It gave us polarity, evolution, and night. Two lights that derive from the same source. It made us in its image from the ultimate force. It travels through space in archetypes of mind, where here and below you can also find. As above, it is below. When we transcend, we return and regrow. From the source, we come and go in this life. Remind yourself of who you are. You shine bright as the light of God as you come from a shining star. Yeah, you need to let go of that perspective. Thank you, Father, Mother God, for waking us up to allow us to be an extension of you. Thank you, Father and Mother God, for allowing us to be an extension of you. Understanding, overstanding, and understanding that we're constantly connected to God, source, spiritual guides, archangels, ascended masters, ancestors, anything that is high vibrational to get these messages across to the collective of the divine feminine so they can be able to expand and evolve beyond their own limitations and expectations of this 3D world and what they understand about themselves in their divine feminine, divine masculine energy. Thank you for your love, your wisdom, and support every day. We're nothing without it, and definitely nothing without you. In your humble name, we humbly pray. So it be, so it be, so it be. They put emphasis on the mother and father God in the beginning because they're in unison. And the only fucking planet and in the only existence that fucking genders fight is in this fucking planet. Because in some parts of history, either masculines have suppressed women or women have suppressed the masculine. Because of the war between who's better and who has more to offer, whether it's compassion, nurturing, emotion, intuition, right? Herbology, medicine, because that all comes from women, or the strength, the strategy, the providing, the war aspect, the ego, the logic, that all comes from divine masculine energy. Why put each other at war when you put all these aspects of the archetypal mind together, it becomes God consciousness. Every golden age only happens when divine feminine, divine masculine are fucking in unison. Not actually fucking, but are in unison collective. And respect each other for what they both bring to the existence of this planet. They are both God-like energy that has been separated because of the power it has when together. This is why in the governments, they took the father out of the home and made women work for themselves and so they can hate each other. Because when y'all together, y'all create kingdoms and raise kings and queens collective. No matter what gender you are. You have to understand that this is bigger than your relationships and the little connections that you have. This is a global thing that needs to fucking shift. Let's go into this energy here. We're going to go into the goddess, the African goddess rising oracle. African goddess rising oracle. And see what are the energies here. The energies for you guys. The overall energy, Yemaya, awakening. Yemaya is the mother of all, the mother of the sea, right? See how she's pregnant? And see how she's given birth to life and happiness, right? But you have to understand that it's also because she understands her position as a woman in a divine feminine energy. But what y'all need to understand about Yemaya is that she also has a divine masculine, which is Olokun, right? The top of the deck is talking about, and that's the truth. Look at what it says at the bottom with Nunde, which is 34, number 7. And it's the truth. Because a lot of you are walking around talking about men ain't shit and I don't need a nigga. And if I really wanted to, I can leave this relationship and I can do this and I can do that. And y'all keep saying that. But y'all going to keep saying that until one day you wake up and you're a whole lesbian. Or you end up doing things that you don't want to do, or end up being alone, because a lot of you don't understand the essence, or understand the potentiality of the divine masculine energy, not only within yourself, because you have just took it out of proportion and just ran with it, but also within the actual divine masculine energy. The reason why you don't understand divine masculine energy is because you took it upon yourself to overpower divine masculine energy by learning divine masculine energy and then providing for self, instead of allowing divine masculine energy to come in and provide for you, or finding somebody who had divine masculine energy to come and provide for you. Because that's the thing. Y'all want to sit here and complain about that niggas ain't shit, but it's the decisions that y'all made to connect yourselves to niggas that weren't shit and didn't have a proper guide of what a divine masculine really was. You can't blame the person that you decided to have kids with or be with because you decided to be with somebody who didn't have a good fucking father figure. That was your fault and your fast ass. So now you had to overpower and work your ass off and financially provide for your kids and protect your kids and do this and do that, simply because you chose the wrong nigga. So now you're playing the fucking nigga role, collective, because you didn't have divine feminine energy enough to see the nurturing and the growth and the loving aspects of a man within the people that you were choosing to have kids with, or be in a family with, or whatever the fucking case may be. That's your fault. That's not divine masculine's problem. And now you had to push yourselves into being divine masculine, but being a female, to protect and provide for yourself. And now y'all mad that y'all can't be in certain relationships or connect to certain people because you have gotten yourself stuck in a paradigm that doesn't purpose you anymore, or benefit you anymore. Whose fault is that, divine feminine? Yeah, you could have learned to provide for yourself, but you also could have learned to fucking go and seek men that were actually fucking high vibrational within their divine masculine energy and divine feminine energy. Because the masculine that's divine is because they're in touch with their feminine energy. They know how to nurture. They know how to grow things. They know how to strategize and how to be logical and how to be emotionally nurturing as well. Because that's the reason why they're a good father and a good husband, collective. It's because they're in touch with the divine feminine energy. But some of you are just attracted to these thugs and these niggas that be in the street. That's toxic masculine. Those are the niggas that don't have a father figure. Yemaya, the awakening. So you're going through fucking an awakening, collective. Of the truth of yourself. Y'all thought this reading was going to be about divine masculine. It might be later on. But right now, it's about y'all going through this awakening of self, collective. The water is here. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. Some of you might be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. But others of you, the sun is here too, Leo. You know what I'm saying? But I kind of feel like this is about emotional intelligence. That's why the dolphins are there. And some of you need to understand that you have left your emotional intelligence behind to just adapt to what the men were doing to y'all years ago. It's really what happened. Let's go into this awakening energy. For the ones that are in harmonized relationships, this reading is probably not for you. If you play your position and you and your man are in harmony, or you know that you're just by yourself because you want to be by yourself, and it's not because, I'm toxic masculine or I'm in my masculine energy. All right, great. This reading doesn't pertain to you. We'll catch you next time. But the goddess of awakening, the temple, the high priestess, The element is water. Goddess Yemaya controls the ocean, the amniotic fluid that nurtures us before we know ourselves. The healing, the loving energy of this Yoruba mother, Orisha deity, never leaves you, collective. You just put it aside. Wake up, awaken now to your true self. Are those tears of joy or sorrow? Let them out either way. Yemaya swallows your tears, collective. You are vibrating at a higher frequency, so you see everything differently, not only within yourself, but within these divine masculine energies outside of you. This is Goddess rising. You are waking up. And once you have experienced awakening, you can never go back to not knowing. The path of awakening is not straight, comfortable, or easy. Remember earlier I said, because you don't want to feel uncomfortable. You have chosen to lift the veil and have a real relationship with the divine, whether feminine or masculine. You didn't come to transcend this world while you're living in it. You came here to dig into the soil, to plant yourself and grow. This ascension is your divine purpose. I am receiving and radiating love. Goddess declaration, which is not only feminine, but also masculine in nature. Positive, masculine and feminine. I like that energy for y'all. So let's see what some of y'all are going through connections and relationships here. Because a lot of you, whether you're in a relationship or single, you're going through awakening of why you're not in relationships right now or dating and why it's not happening through this reading. Or you're trying to figure, you're going to realize why your relationship ain't moving forward or why you keep being stuck in the same cycle with a person or whatever it might be. Take it how it resonates. What are the energies here for Divine Feminine? True love in reverse. A lot of you are really in true love. A lot of you are, if you are in relationships, you don't believe in true love. What you believe is in the convenience of what this person brings you or what you bring to them. Take it how it resonates. Because true love is in reverse. I'm sorry. And the reason why some of you haven't married this person, or the reason why some of you haven't moved on in a relationship, or the reason why some of you haven't XYZ with this person is because you're not in true love. You got with this person in a time and place where you needed growth and nurturing and XYZ and needed somebody to show you what that was. And for some of you, Divine Feminine, that was you using Divine Masculine's ego to be able to build your own ego. Leo, Aquarius, Virgo, Gemini, Sag, for some of you. Take it how it resonates. For others of you, this is not believing in love. And some of you might be in a relationship and you don't believe that you can have that princess or king and queen love, and you can. And this is why some of you are afraid and in fear to jump the broom or to get married or to take the next steps into your relationship. For others of you, is you being single and believing that true love doesn't exist. And it's because you're in divine and you're in that masculine energy of always having to provide for yourself, pick the pieces back up after being hurt, after picking yourself back up, and dusting yourself off, of having to provide for yourself financially, of having to give yourself self-love, independence, nurturing, growth, protection, all the things that you would have gotten from a man, you have to give to yourself. So this is why a lot of you believe that true love doesn't exist, but a lot of you also didn't grow up in your childhood seeing healthy relationships. And a lot of you don't know how to reprogram yourself from that. And if some of you had positive relationships in your life, why didn't you follow that? Tells you a lot about what energy you're really in. The honeymoon stage. Let your friends help you. Some of you, Divine Feminine, might be in this energy where a lot of you feel like there's things that are going wrong. The honeymoon stage is over. That's what the universe is saying. The honeymoon stage is over within your spirituality and where you're going. So a lot of shit in your material world, in your emotions, is gonna start fucking with you. Because a lot of you think that shit is just peaches and cream because you can provide for yourself and you got money and you got this and you can do that, and you gonna start needing other people outside of you, whether they are friends, whether they are divine masculine, whether they are a partner, whether they are whether it's a relationship, a husband, or somebody that you want to be with, another bitch, I don't fucking know. But you're gonna start needing other people, collective. You can't do everything by yourself. So the universe is saying that the honeymoon stage is over. The reason why this is happening is because you're out of balance with your divine feminine energy, or you're out of balance with your divine masculine energy, and this is why. Because remember, even the scale of justice, one is feminine and one is masculine. Karma and dharma is all polarity. And if you're not balanced within that energy, things will start happening in your life. You need a balanced bath, or you need a balanced archetypal feminine masculine balance in ritual. You need this is beyond somebody fucking with you or somebody doing something to you. This is more about you, divine feminine. Some of you might feel like everything was just going smooth sailing, great, peaches and cream, and now the honeymoon is over. For some of you, this might be in a relationship, or this might be the cycle that you're in. The relationships keeps being for 6 months great, and then for 6 months it's hell. And that's because both people in a relationship don't want to accept their position or the role that they have to play or offer or give up or sacrifice to be able to make these connections and relationships work, whether it's in a relationship or within yourself. Whatever it might be, you need to understand that whatever this is, you need to get it the fuck together. Why? Because at the end of the day, you need to understand the reason why these relationships aren't harmonious is because it's either an alignment that you don't have or the other person doesn't have. But in reality, if the other person doesn't have it and you chose them, it's because it's something out of line with you too. So who are we blaming here? This stops now. Divine feminine blaming divine masculine of why you're in the certain predicaments that you're in stops now. This is the awakening that's fucking happening. Y'all can't blame divine masculine anymore because y'all became divine masculine. Collective. So stop lying to yourself. You made all of these fucking decisions and now you're in the fucking spot and in the fucking paradigms that you're in. Awake to the fact that you need to be in unity with the fucking divine feminine and divine masculine within yourself before you expect your husbands, your boyfriends, and the people that you potentially want to fucking date to be in unison and harmony with that bullshit too. I said that shit at 37:37. That's 10:10. That's coming to a closing of a fucking cycle. We're over it. You want to find a soulmate? That's how you do it. Come into unison with the soulmate within yourself. The divine masculine and divine feminine within yourself. Then you wonder why some of your children are fucking out of control. Because the parents are out of control. They can't come into unison. What makes you think your children will? For others of you, this is more about being very immature emotionally or strategically when it comes to dating or being in fucking relationships here. Oh. Oh, that's why you called me. Yeah, get me 3 white candles and actually give me 2 white candles and mechita milagrosa. Sorry, collective, but I gotta get my spiritual stuff, you know. Oh, y un paquete de carbón, and that's it. That's all I need. Fuck it. You know what, Florida? um, yeah, this energy, past life relationship, you have known each other before. Unrequited love. This could be the one. And then attraction. For some of you, there's somebody who's going to come in that's going to be the one. And a lot of you need to harmonize, put your energies into harmony before this person comes in, because if not, you probably won't be able to maintain the attraction with this person, and it may become an unrequited love attraction. For others of you, you are in a relationship that no longer has attraction or chemistry, but a lot of you are holding on to it because you are afraid of what it's going to do with the kids and everything around you. For others of you, the past life relationship, this is somebody who is coming in from your past into your reality to be able to offer you commitment. And for others of you, this could be the one. Some of you are with the person that you're supposed to be with, but what happens is that you can't open up to it because of your lack of harmony in between both of the energies inside of yourself. Finances and career are a factor, are issues in your love life right now. Some of you are overworking. Some of you are all about money. Some of you are being the provider. Some of you are offering too much, giving too much. Some of you are doing too much within working too much. So I don't know what this is, taking how it resonates. But whatever it is putting you in this toxic masculine energy. Let's go into the tarot. I split the deck. Some of you be wondering why you're in the Nine of Swords energy, and it's because you don't want to open up to the new world of what the woman is supposed to be now. You can be independent and strong and provide and be a businesswoman and be a mother and be nurturing and be loving and be intuitive and be spiritual, but also be a tomboy. And you can be it all, but you also have to allow divine masculine to be it all as well. It's evolution. Exactly. Look at the Nine of Swords again. It came back out. Everything is fine. The Nine of Swords and the Ten of Swords. And then you have the Page of Cups. A lot of you just have to start being real with yourself. If I want to be able to be my emotional self and be nurturing and be loving and be submissive, but also be strong and give and work and provide and be strategic, I also have to allow my man or the person that I want to date to be submissive, to be emotional, to be nurturing, to be kind, to be strong, to be it all collective. Y'all so stuck and like, no, I'm the man, so I play this role, and you're the woman, so I play that. This is the problem. The Page of Wands. This is why a lot of you can't unblock yourselves to open up to the new paradigms of love that are trying to come in, and then you mentally lie to yourself and betray yourself on what it is that you truly want. You're like, I want a man that provides and that is strong and can protect and is, you know, a strong ego maniac and blah blah whatever, a macho man. But then you don't know how to be submissive. Because if you want that man, you have to know how to be submissive. Collective, completely submissive, because that ego central mega man is not going to let you be a worker and provide and strategic and go explore certain aspects of yourself. You can't fucking bake your cake and eat it too. Like, you can't have it both fucking ways. A lot of you are lying to yourself. If you want a man that is going to allow you to be submissive and strong at the same time and provide and work and be creative and be like him and be like you all at the same time, you have to allow him to be emotional and be soft as well. Y'all can't have your cake and eat it too, or do this and then expect that. And a lot of you are just walking contradictions if you ask me. You don't want a man to control you and to be ego-based and not be narcissistic, but you're still playing the submissive role. That makes no sense. I said that shit at 44, 44. Angel number are a sign from your guardian angels that it's time for you to embrace your true self and let the world see who you are and what you can do. Right, but you also have to allow the people that you're with or trying to date do the same, collective. You can't be like, oh, I want a man that's kind and emotional, but when he be asking you like, how do you feel today? Or like my best friend said, how did you sleep today? You have this negative reaction when they're being soft and kind and feminine and emotional. That tells you that you're in your toxic masculine energy, collective. You can't wrap around your mind why a man wants to know how your sleep was or how you're doing today or the fact that how's your menstrual doing today? How, like, y'all find that weird. Y'all will find it weird that a man will come to you, baby, it's okay, just sit down and I'll cook for you. You know? It's only beneficial to you when you're being catered to, but it's not beneficial to you when they come to your level. It makes you feel uncomfortable because for some of you, it shines light on how your emotion, your divine feminine energy is not really that healed, or it's not that polished, or it's not that balanced. So, either way, you have to figure it out. Whether you're worshiping divine masculine energy or the other way around, you need to figure it out. To be quite honest. Some of you are literally in these connections or relationships with people that you feel like are mentally lying to you about what they can do and offer to you or give to you. And it's not that they're lying to you, it's that you're lying to yourself of what you know they can and cannot offer to you. You are mentally putting yourself in this illusion, and then you keep disappointing yourself. You need to be honest with yourself. Exactly. The King of Pentacles is that stubborn energy. But the King of Pentacles is more about the guy who knows how to provide and knows how to give and knows there's somebody who wants to do all of that for you, collective, but you're not allowing them to with the Seven of Pentacles. It's like, oh, I can do for myself, I can do this by myself, I can do this, I can do that. It's like somebody who is forcing a man to provide and to give, but then when he does, just because it's not the way that you want it, you're like sitting here with your arms crossed like, oh, well, listen, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You have to allow people to do things how they want to do it. And if you don't agree with it and align with how they do or give you what it is that they're giving you, then that means that person is not for you. Stop lying to yourself. Exactly. And see things from a different perspective. The Hanged Man, you can be a Sagittarius, a Taurus, or a Virgo. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, Sagittarius. Yep, Sag, and then Taurus. Definitely speaking to a Sag or a Taurus here for a lot of you. The Hierophant is like you can't be that dumb. Like it's like you're going to the therapist with your partner, or you're trying to fix things with your partner, and the universe is like you can't really be this dumb. That you can't see the things from the perspectives of what they truly are. This person doesn't have the capacity to give you what it is that you want because you don't have the capacity to even give it to your fucking self. I don't know what else to tell you. It's like the universe is like, y'all can get married if y'all want. Y'all can keep being together if y'all want. Y'all can, but you're never going to feel the amount of happiness or that fairy tale of true love that you want to experience. What are Divine Feminine mentally letting go here? The Empress energy. The fact that you have to go back to your Divine Feminine energy. That keep telling yourself that I have to provide, I have to work, I have to do this. No, you just need to find someone who is on the same page and wants to co-inhabit in the same ways that you do. So you don't have to overexert yourself or overextend yourself or exhaust yourself. The Empress energy doesn't exhaust herself because she lets the Emperor be the Emperor. That's the thing. A lot of you don't want to let the Emperor be the Emperor, collective. What is this Empress about? It's Virgo energy. Oh yeah, I want to be the Empress, but then want to be the Emperor too, and don't want to be and don't want to find an Emperor to come and play the Emperor role. That's the thing. Y'all keep telling yourself that it doesn't exist, it doesn't exist, it doesn't exist, and the reason why you keep telling yourself it doesn't exist is because you're being it. The Four of Swords and the Ten of Swords. You're sabotaging yourself. You're sabotaging yourself mentally. That's what the Empress is talking about. The reason why you can't find the Emperor is because you want to be the Emperor and the Empress all at the same time. That's why we don't give you an Emperor. The Ace of Pentacles, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus energy. Then we have Aquarius and Gemini here. Yep, Gemini, Aquarius. The Six of Swords. You move forward and you find your soulmate by moving forward in the way that you perceive yourself, Divine Feminine. For some of you that are in a relationship, a lot of you need to understand that a lot of you have switched roles, or some of you don't know what role to play, because it's like y'all haven't sat down to have the conversation of how we're going to co-inhabit within this relationship. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Capricorn energy. For some of you, this is a Divine Feminine who's in a relationship and is expecting Divine Masculine to pay for all these bills and do all of this and all of that, but you work too, so why are you not putting in what you're supposed to be putting in? What you thought you was just going to work for yourself and for your hair and your nails and this and that, you're also supposed to be putting in for the house and this, so then Divine Masculine doesn't have to overwork or do so much and never be home. Hello? Because now he's not only paying for the shit in the house, now he's paying for your shit too. Because you don't know how to manage your money. I don't know what Divine Feminine I'm talking to, but you need to understand you need to get that shit together. For others of you, this is you providing for a man that doesn't even provide for himself, let alone for you and the kids. But then you're disappointed and you keep complaining about that shit when you need to leave the person. Exactly. You can't complain about something you keep putting yourself in emotionally. The Four of Cups. In reverse. Exactly. The Three of Swords. Disappointing and hurting yourself. There's a lot of crying here. Somebody's crying about not being emotionally validated by someone. But it's the same way. The reason why Divine Masculine doesn't emotionally validate you is the same way that when he wants to be emotional and needs a safe space to be emotional, you don't allow him to be. Checkmate. And that's the conflict. Aries energy, the Five of Wands. And then the Two of Pentacles, because there is no harmony. The Two of Pentacles. You need to create the change to harmoniously create the environment for both people to be able to be either strong or emotional. A leader or weak. Doesn't matter. Exactly, the Five of Cups. That's why there's a lot of disappointment, a lot of illusion, collective, and a lot of lack of decision making. And it's because both you and this person, or just you don't know what decisions to be making for yourself, because you're either operating from Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine only when it benefits you, but not when it benefits outside people or situations or relationships or whatever it might be. That's the illusion here, the disappointment. You need to start making decisions that benefit everyone, not just you. Doesn't that sound like a man? Selfish? Yeah. You need to go through that transformation and that death. Scorpio energy. Oh, and a lot of you will, because Scorpio is leaving the solar system this year. Yep, and you will be released. You will ascend from that collective. What is the advice for Divine Feminine? We just had a new moon in Gemini, so let's go into the moon oracle and see what the advice is for you guys. I said the moon, and look at what card fell out, and this is not even the deck. The moon. Get out of the fucking illusion that you need to be so strong, and need to be so whatever, and just embrace the flow of life and the two aspects of you, not only in yourself but in other people. Divine Feminine, unleash your kindest self. A lot of you aren't kind to the Divine Masculine, in you or in other men. You need to embrace the flow of life. Everything will be well. The top of the deck, open up to the change. New moon in Aquarius. What is the advice for this reading? Thank you. Make time for self-love. And last quarter moon in Gemini, clear your mind about what you truly want within these relationships and connections. And then make time for self-love. Last quarter moon in Libra, which is about love. Full moon in Aquarius, be real, not only with yourself but with others. And then leave the past behind of the old version of you. Last quarter moon in Capricorn. Make time for self-love. I think I want to be... Make time for self-love. Last quarter moon in Libra. How you've been trying to please all of the people all of the time when you're not yet quite happy yourself. There's a difference between wanting to live positively and spiritual bypassing. When you refuse to acknowledge your feelings, or vice versa, the feelings of others, depending on what situation you're in, you can't fool the universe. So pretending to be happy when you're sad will get you nowhere. Rather, you need to deal with your feelings, which is your Divine Feminine energy. That's the only way. If you're people pleasing, stop. Think about what's going on and why you're doing it. If you're in an unbalanced relationship, address the situation. Didn't I say that? And for others of you, it's an unbalanced relationship with yourself and your Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine. And you're only pleasing yourself materialistically but not emotionally, because your lack of tapping into Divine Feminine energy, or your lack of or your overabundance of being in your masculine energy, not being able to tap into Divine Feminine, which is emotion, right? So while it's lovely to do things nicely, they also need to be done well. Be sincere. The way to get into manifesting zone is to work through all of your stuff first. Once you've done that, you become a clear signal for your desires and what you truly want within a relationship or a connection collective. Harmony surrounds me. I am on my path of harmony. That is your affirmation. Because you need to be in harmony with your Divine Masculine and Feminine, not just your Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. I feel like a lot of you are. Take it how it resonates, and some of you might not be real, like the full moon in Aquarius said about it, but you have no choice. That's the reason why your relationships ain't working and you can't find a soulmate. So either way, you're lying to yourself. What crystals should you guys use? Shungite. Detox your life. Chrysocolla, it's time to start fresh. And red jasper, take action. The bottom of the deck, rose quartz, it's time to open up your heart, Divine Feminine energy. And the bloodstone, get up and get moving. The universe is not going to tell you again, collective. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Bye, collective. I'll see you next Tuesday.